Sports.
And Panthers captain Steve Carter with quite a job ahead of him tonight to bring this side up again following that magnificent performance over the Brisbane Broncos last weekend. Let's have a look now at the starting lineup for you. Craig Greenhill is out of the side tonight, replaced by Jody Gall in jumper number 17. Elford, who was initially named in the side, has gone back to the bench. That's because David Woods received a late call-up in jumper number 19, passing a late fitness test. Now the Eels, Dean Schifoletti out of the side, replaced by Wade Lestrange in jumper number 19. Also Clinton Schifofsky going back to the bench. Luke Burt to start the game. Gary Larson has received the opportunity to start from the bench tonight in jumper number 20. Referee for tonight, Maxine Jadwat at Parramatta Stadium. This his 40th first-grade game. And in the first half, the Eels to defend the southern end of their home ground. And that kickoff to be fielded by Custo, and away immediately. Panthers losing 16 of their last 20 away trips, although pretty good form here at Parramatta Stadium, having won 3 of the last 5 clashes against the Eels. Now Villa will be tackled in the centre of the park, 32 out from the Eels line. Grinding out a tough win last weekend over the Warriors. Wozniak being treated with plenty of aggression by the Panthers' defensive line. That's the final tackle, and the Eels really only gaining about 20 metres in the set thus far, as Custo applies the first clearing kick of the night, coming straight down to Chris Hicks.
I really see the battle of the halves as being very important today. Custo, Smith, up against the pretty well-informed Rodwell and Carter. I see the team that gets on top there could win this game.
As Jorgensen gets to his feet. Now McNamara for the Panthers on 10 competition points at the completion of 9 rounds. 8 metres on their own side of halfway. Now to the left with Jody Gall replacing Craig Greenhill in this game. And the ball's come out. Let's see what Jadwat does. He'll put a scrum down.
I was about to say, this was the formula Penrith employed last week. They advanced the ball through their big forwards and they didn't make mistakes like this. There's Jody Gall going down the tackle. We can't really get a good view there, but the ball has come free and the referee has indicated Parramatta will feed the scrum and win it.
So the Eels on the attack to the open side. Now Luke Burt into the attack. Sensibly went back inside. Tackled about 9 in from the western touchline. So the Eels with some decent field position now early in this game. What can they do? They did get a couple of quick tries on the board against the Warriors last weekend and then squandered that lead. Coach Brian Smith would have really got inside their heads tonight not to do this against the classy Panthers outfit. The Eels 10 out. Bursting onto the ball. David Wesley. 5 out on tackle 5. Now to the open side with Custo. Good kick. Chases. And Jorgensen does very well.
Yeah, Jorgensen did well there. A fair bit of pressure put on the Penrith side following that mistake they made. They'll be looking now just to get a good set of 6, get to the kick and play it down Parramatta's end.
Another look at it. Jorgensen did very well. Had to negotiate the goal post as well. Had some time out this season with injury since returning for the Panthers. Has been one of their stars. Haven't seen much of the aeroplane from him lately, though.
I think he might be getting too much flack over that, but certainly he scored a couple of great tries last week. He's very elusive on his feet as we get the last tackle.
Back to Carter. So inspirational in his side's victory last Friday night.
Although what worries me there, Tappy, is they didn't really make too much headway in the forwards there, the Penrith Panthers. Now we see Parramatta with the ball on the second tackle on the halfway line.
That was also combined, Mario, with a fairly poor kick from Steve Carter.
Oh, Hodgson.
Ooh.
Horrible pass. Picked up by Rodwell. Now to David Woods tonight, playing against his old club. Player whose career has been punctuated by injury. Very talented. Spinning out of tackles now, Jody Gall. Good run on the Eels 30. He'll get up and play it. Now from Hopkins, away this time to Pulatua. Working in heavy traffic. Tackled just outside the Eels 20. Carter wants it. Across the park, calls his man back inside. Scott Sattler, being one of the form back rowers in the competition. Oh, there's a mistake. Woods, unfortunately, couldn't handle.
Well, the cutout pass by Rodwell just wasn't on the money. Woods wasn't able to pick it up. Quite a promising bit of play there from the Panthers. They were trying to capitalise on the mistake. There's Sattler there. This pass here probably should have been picked up by Woods. So there's a bit of a let-off there for the Parramatta Eels.
Yeah, John Cross thought it was coming to him. Had the hands out. Ball floated in front of him. And not picked up cleanly by Woods. So Custo and the Eels win their second scrum tonight. Hodgson, former Magpie. Young player with plenty of potential. Very tough too for a slightly built rugby league player. Now Wozniak. Good run by Lestrange. Jumper 19 replacing Skipoletti. Villa. They're still 15 metres on their own side of halfway. Out of the open side, they let the ball do the work, and it's on the deck again.
Very un-Parramatta-like performance there. Mistakes coming early in this match. Brian Smith will be pulling his hair out. They tried to push the pass within their own half, and when you do that, you've got to make sure you don't make mistakes. As we see there, the ball, quite a poor pass there, and Parramatta have come up with probably their second or third mistake. And now we see the Panthers with a nice scrum in pretty good field position.
Another good chance for them. Here's Girdler, one of the real hot favourites for a centre position in the upcoming Anzac Day test. John Cross, workaholic. Tackled well by two Eels. Plays at 31 out from the Parramatta line. Carter, Rodwell. A number of runners in decoy, including Sattler. Popped the pass to Gall. Had his right arm free, but couldn't find support on the inside. Now Rodwell taking on the line momentarily, then electing to pass to Sattler. Girdler, grassing tackle by his opposite number, Daniel Wagon. So the Panthers continue to apply the pressure. Kick from Girdler. And, that might even be a Panthers try. We'll check it.
Hold the phone.
Just have a look. If Penrith grounded that, firstly if it went dead off Parramatta, and then if Penrith grounded it.
Beckett coming from the clouds as he can do.
Well, Wagon had the ball covered as I saw it, and then I don't know whether he got it down or forced it. It's a kick there by Girdler. Beautiful kick, sitting up nicely. Bert's got it covered 100% there. Or is it Hodgson? Hodgson's got it covered. Hello. I'll need to have another look at that. But
I think it was Hodgson. He tried to bat the ball out over the touching goal line rather than going down on the ball. For mine, he didn't get downward pressure, but I think that man did.
I don't know.
Robbie Beckett.
Well,
I think you'll find a green light coming up here, Tabby.
I'll tell you, the Panthers think they've scored.
Well,
it's a tough one for Chris Ward.
Well, it becomes individual interpretation, doesn't it? I think that is a try. We had enough downward pressure on the ball.
I think it wasn't the problem with the downward pressure. I think it was the touching goal line.
Yeah, I said before, the Panthers thought they'd score. Now they've all gone to the 30-metre line.
I'll reconsider this call. I think it's no try.
Yeah, in preparation for a 20-metre restart. It's a no try.
Or at least make the Parramatta side bring the ball back. It just lets all the pressure off the Parramatta team and not make full advantage of this now.
This man's been busy. Villa. Now for Wesley. Good quick hand. Smith, a short pass. Eels at the completion of 9 rounds. 12th in the competition with just the 3 wins. Have competed strongly in several matches they've lost. It's been well documented, the tight scorelines involving Parramatta matches. Eels now 10 metres into the Panthers side of halfway. Dimmick looking to inject himself again. So dangerous when he holds the ball out in front. Dummies left and right.
Now let's not forget that Jim Dimmick was offered the captaincy at the start of this season and knocked it back. He's the current captain on the field at the moment, and certainly he's responding very positively to that.
And Jason Smith also knocking it back. Penalty to the Panthers, and don't they need that? They'll get a piggyback upfield. Rodwell will shoot for touch on the western side of Parramatta Stadium. Another look.
Just holding too long there. Referee didn't tolerate it. Guy now struggling to make some ground. I tell you what, they can't put him down. Wesley's on his back. Finally, he gets the ground. Sattler
coming back across the field. He's Still 28 minutes remaining in this first half. No score on the board. Rodwell sets up his support player, Matt Adamson, well anticipated by the Parramatta defenso, led by Jason Smith. Now John Cross faked a pass to Mark Geyer, elected to keep it. He's fell centre field, 39 out from the Eels try line. Now Carter, long pass out to Ryan Girdler. Dummied the kick, elected to take the tackle. His winger came back inside. Back to Carter. Kick across the field. Plenty of height on it. Oh, marked by Growth. He bats it back to his fullback. Brett Hodgson had it on his fingertips.
You need a certain amount of luck in rugby league, don't you? And there was a bit of luck there. Good set of 6 by the Panthers. Advance the ball through their big forwards and then move the ball wide. Have a look at this. Bang. Taps it on to his mate Hodgson.
Well, I tell you what, I'm not so sure he tapped it.
Yeah, I don't think it was a deliberate tap. He went to take it a la AFL style. Would have been a spectacular catch, but in the end it still turned out very good for them going back into Brett Hodgson's hands.
Fortuitous that Hodgson was there. Here's Smith again, causing havoc out wide on the edge of the rucks. Good ball movement by the Eels. Custo's away, he's got support. Oh, he made the break easily there, got around a player, and that will be an Eels try without any doubt in the world as Beckett came very late.
Well, he's been much maligned this year, Custo. A number of people have been pretty critical of him, but certainly he showed what he's made of there. Showed remarkable pace. Cleared the defence with no problem at all, as we see. They move it to the left-hand side.
I'm trying to pick up the player that he beat easily.
The offload from Smith. That's a nice pass there. He gets the ball here, Custo. He's still got plenty of work to do. Watch him put the foot down. Bang! Jorgensen was nailed to the ground. And there Custo goes. I tell you what, he surprised me. I didn't think he was that quick.
Well, he had confidence in himself, didn't he? He pinned those ears back. There wasn't really an opportunity to look for a support player, but he knew he had the pace to go on with it. It was a good ball from Stuart Kelly. And here, Custo pins his ears back here. There's no chance for him to pass the ball. He's not looking for a support player. And Robbie Beckett, who's a flyer, couldn't get there either.
15 goals for the season so far. Burt. It's been pushed wide. 4 points to nil at Parramatta Stadium. The Eels in front over the Panthers at the 15th minute.
What I like is Nathan Hindmarsh out here outside Jason Smith. Just attracts a bit of attention there. Turns the ball back inside. There's Stu Kelly. Nice ball over. Now look at the acceleration here from Ben Custo. Gets around Jorgensen as if he wasn't there. Let's see how he hurts himself in the end here. Beckett comes across and, yes, I think it was just that right ankle getting caught underneath Robbie Beckett as he made the tackle. Let's hope he's all right.
Beckett did well. He came from the far side of the field.
I tell you what, he wants to check his boots. Jorgensen, he looked like he was nailed to the ground. But now...
Yeah, well, that's during the call. As it was happening, I couldn't believe how easily he was beaten so comprehensively. It did look exactly like the super glue on the soles. So the Eels, 4 points to nil leaders. 16 minutes gone in this match. Eels so far in 2000 averaging 2.6 per game. Tries, that is, and conceding 3.1. 9 metres on their own side of halfway as Dimmick plays it. Now Hodgson got the pass away to Andrew Ryan, 21 years of age. Ryan, another player of the future. They are a young-looking side, the Eels, these days, aren't they?
Well, we've got Custo off and Moran. Wonderful kick and chase there. Parramatta now looking to put some pressure on this Panthers outfit. They've got them pinned in their own 25-metre line, and they're looking to get a lost ball here.
If you look at the Penrith side too, a lot of players walking back.
They are.
Very
Hands on
tight,
hips.
the Panthers.
Well, there's a mistake. Some crunching defence. But the Panthers get the penalty, and it's a penalty they need.
No.
Let's have a listen.
They've obviously given him some cheek.
And there's this rule coming to vogue again.
It's their penalty, Jim. I've got to show them the mark, mate.
All I'm saying is,
Wait.
you're just attempting to pass it, that's all.
No, I've got to call it. It was ripped out. Thanks, Jimmy.
It's a fine line, isn't it? Whether it's a deliberate strip or whether the player is looking to pass. Jimmy Dimmick said he's trying to pass. I don't think that was the case. But it was poor ball security nonetheless.
Well, this rule is going to be scrutinised over the next couple of weeks. I reckon if you can't hold the ball, you don't deserve to keep it. And it puts so much pressure on the referee. The referee's the man that has to make a decision. Half the time they can't see what's going on. If you can't hold the football, you don't deserve to have it.
I agree with everything you've just said. It's an absolute grey area in the game. And And everybody's saying it. It's got to be addressed. Gaia. 31 out from the Eels line, and now he loses possession. This time the Eels get the penalty, and Gaia not happy.
There we go again. Mark Gaia was looking for a quick play the ball, but as we just said, didn't have good enough ball control.
Well, obviously,
to play correctly.
The referee thinks he's going for trying to milk a penalty here. Referee thinks he's looking to pull his leg somewhat, and Big MG wouldn't be happy with that.
Pull his leg somewhat.
Yes.
Well done. There's the penalties in the game so far. Gary Larson, the Iron Man of rugby league, attracted 3 defenders and still got the pass away. Once again, it's the Eels as Hodgson, showing plenty of magical footwork, turned the ball back on the inside to Moran, who couldn't handle Scott Sattler was there. The Eels are carving them up out wide.
Oh, they bombed a certain try there, Parramatta. Cut him straight up the middle. How did Penrith survive there as we see Adamson, who pushes the ball back on the cross.
David Woods, plenty of pace. Can't break through there, though.
This is what they need, the Panthers. Nice, simple play, make yards, put a good kick on the end of this set of 6.
Mark Guy, the good thing about him, he attracts several defenders. If he can put that with a quick play the ball, it'll really get the Parramatta line at 6s and 7s, and they can make some good field position.
Tackle 5 as Gall gets up to play it. At 5 metres on the Eels side of halfway as Rodwell shoots towards the western side of the ground. Roth and Hodgson are there in plenty of time. It's in touch in goal. Back to the 20 for the restart. It's Gary Larson appearing in only his 4th match for the Eels of this season tonight, coming off the bench. They can well do with his experience out there, Mario.
Well, he's been around for a long time, Gary Larson. In fact, Gary Larson is not half the player as a result of the unlimited interchange. Gary Larson's great quality was his super fitness. And these days, if players get tired, they just put another brick in the wall and replace it with fresh players. So that's another ball game altogether.
Jason Smith getting very involved in this game and causing plenty of headaches for the Panthers defence. Here's Hodgson. He's got pace to burn. Acceleration. Got away from them again. Good tackle by the equally fast David Woods, though. Here's Growth throwing his giant frame at the defensive line. He's still barging upfield. 7 out. The Eels are looking pretty hot here tonight so far. Now to Moran. What way will he go? It's a grubbing kick. Pressure for Jorgensen. Commits himself. Body on the line and comes out of there with it.
Hello, hold the phone. The referee stopped play here. This could be a Parramatta penalty.
Got a touch judge in.
Okay, Wardy, have you got his number? Confirm it. Okay. All right. Listen to the report.
His number, but basically what he did, he stuck the arm out, taking the fellow who's running through on the play.
Okay.
It's only a general thing, there's no necessary, but he's taking him out of play.
Okay.
And we're going to go with
Thanks. Penalties there. Where the ball bounced.
We heard it.
Carl, just let him have a free passage through, mate. You can hold your ground, but you can't move off that ground.
We heard it from the cool Phil Cooley. As he said, the Parramatta, or the Penrith player, put out the arm, just obstructed the Parramatta chase. There we see it there, Carl McNamara.
And it was such a silly thing. Carl hurt nobody there. Jorgensen does really well. I get the feeling the tide is just starting to turn towards Parramatta. Here's an indicator there. It's Kelly back on the inside. Hodgson busts straight through. The speed of the play of the ball is always a good indicator, and Parramatta's play of the ball is certainly a lot quicker than Penrith.
Crowd has really built up here in the last 25 minutes or 30 minutes. Flags in the air.
Parramatta side too much latitude. They're very fortunate now. They've got the football. Still well and truly in this game, this Penrith side. They just need a bit more spark.
Yeah, they're fairly lethargic. The Panthers at this stage of proceedings. Lucky probably to be only trailing 6-0 at this stage of the game. There's the head-to-head between these two clubs. The Eels victors on 40 occasions in the 62 times they've clashed. Obviously, the Eels have been in the comp 20 years longer. Memory serves me correctly, they entered in 1947, the Panthers in 1967. There's some sloppy play at the back by Hopkins. Had no choice, really, other than to apply the kick himself. Picked up by Luke Burt, 9 metres out from his own line.
That's better.
Crunching tackle. David Woods And a good chase by him too.
The latitude in the play of the ball is starting to worry me with the Panthers. The Parramatta side running at will from dummy half. There's another 10 metres by Wagon.
Now from Moran, short side again. Wozniak, well tackled by Girdler. On tackle number 5. Moran. Straight into the waiting arms of Jorgensen at the back. Trying to link up with his winger. Chris Hicks takes the tackle of Smith and also Hindmarsh. And Shane Ilford. Jody Gore. Pulatua.
Yeah,
good run by him.
That's what they need, the Penrith Panthers. Good run by Pulatua.
John Cross. Wrapped up by the Parramatta defence. 7 metres on the hillside of halfway now. Rodwell. Pulatua. Inside ball to Shane Ilford. Grabbed quickly. Puts a kick in that Growth fumbles slightly before gathering cleanly. A big don't argue, but to Chris Hicks's credit, he came again.
He leaves you under no doubt, does he? He runs straight at you, Growth.
Shifovsky been on the field for the past few minutes.
There's some missed tackles there. Penrith 10, Parramatta 4. Put that down to the speed of the play of the ball at the moment. The Penrith line not being able to get set.
Across the park runs Troy Wozniak. 11 minutes remaining in this first half. Now from Moran out to Jimmy Dimmick. He'll be felled a couple of metres on the Panthers side of halfway. On tackle 5. Out of the open side, Moran. A kick which Jorgensen scurries over to claim. He's been kept busy tonight, Jorgensen, hasn't he?
Well, he's been in pretty good position there. He's caught a number on the full. We're approaching a very important last 10 minutes for this Penrith side. They haven't put any pressure on this Parramatta side. They need a couple of consecutive sets. As we see, Mark, I'll tell you what, they're rudderless, this Penrith side. They don't know what's going on at the moment.
They're absolutely walking. That was a point that Sean mentioned probably 20 minutes ago. If anything, it's worse now. They are totally jaded. I wonder if they played...
Well, hang on. This is going to help them unbelievably. He did well there, Adamson. Milked that as you could hear the crowd boo. This is exactly what the Panthers need. There's Adamson there struggling to go forward. Yeah. And that's a fair enough penalty too. Now we see the mighty Panthers. Good offload there by Geyer.
Some second phase play now. Jody Gall across the field. Tackled quickly though by Hindmarsh. I think it was Wesley assisting in that tackle. Adamson. To play at about 41 out from the Parramatta line. Hopkins, now Rodwell, off to his left. Carter wants to take the line on. Oh, past a Sattler, he was falling as he received the ball. Looked spectacular. Rodwell cuts out Mark Geyer, went behind John Cross, picked up by Elford, got the pass to Hicks, he's got loads of pace, he's going to prove very hard to stop. Across the line, Jadwatt's going to go to the video referee and ask the question of Chris Ward.
Just check if you got it down, mate.
Just check if you got it down, Mr. Jadwatt says, and I'll tell you what, could not have come at a better time. What about the speed shown?
Yeah, they certainly needed that.
Does he get it down? Oh, very hard to see from that angle. Almost impossible to see. Step back on the inside.
Geez, Jason Smith does well, doesn't he? Does everything he can to get under there, and you'd have to say that angle, it seems as though he did get under.
This is the one that'll tell us. Hicks does wonderfully well. Steps on the inside. He's in for all money. But Smith, as you said, Sean, does really well.
Chris Ward, I mean, the video ref. Here it is. It's a try.
Well, there you go. And does he do well, Chris Hicks? The offload by Elford was absolutely fantastic.
It was a great ball.
Here it is here. There was nothing doing. The offload there, that's cross, went backwards. And then Bang, the offload there from Elford. And Hicks. Didn't he show some pace? And then Smith does remarkably well.
So this could be it. In he comes. He struck that beautifully. That's 2 points. And Ryan Girdler now hits the 1,000-point mark for his beloved Panthers. Congratulations to him.
And I'll tell you what, with 7 minutes to go, Coach Roy Simmons would be saying to his side,
let's just watch here. Elford, what he does, he gets the attention of Eric Grove. Eric's not confident in Stu Kelly making the tackle and just allows Hicks to get on the outside of him, and he was just too much pace. He couldn't get him from there.
Well, it's the old saying, you got to mark your own man. Look after your own man. But
that, ball, bringing it back.
At 6 points all, the game has an indicator that hasn't. Parramatta, you'd have to say, would be probably a 12-6 better side. But that's football.
I agree with that. Jorgensen. I made the comment about midway through the half that I thought the Panthers were lucky to be only trailing by 6. Here's Sattler to get up and play it. Centre of the field, 5 on his own side of halfway. Adamson driving upfield. Wesley hanging around the ankles.
And it's since Geyer and Adamson have been on the field, they've been really going forward.
Good take by Shafovsky. 25 out from his own line. Former crusher. Wagon. He's played well tonight. Hard man to tackle, Sean Garlick.
He certainly is, and he's a big man, and he uses his size and his strength.
Here's Moran.
He runs down that right side, which is the Penrith's attacking left side. He's very, very different this year and last year. He's doing a lot of points there.
Villa taking yet another hit up. He must have been the top hit up man for the Eels in this game so far. Has been relentless. Here's Hodgson, very clever little play out. Found Larson on the inside. It was deliberately forward.
Referee Jadwatt right on the spot. Ruled it deliberately forward, so there's a penalty. Watch Jadwatt, he's right there on the spot. Ball comes on the inside to Larson, and he's right on the money, Jadwatt. And I'll tell you what, the tide is slowly turning. The Panthers now with another attacking opportunity coming into the final minutes before half-time.
McNamara. So the Panthers trying to set themselves again. John Cross gains probably 9 or 10 metres. I talked about the tide turning. The Panthers have had a little bit of luck on a couple of calls and have been able to capitalise on that by getting back to 6 points to all. 6 points all. McNamara offloading, and Rodwell has coughed it up.
But it didn't look like they knew what they were doing, the Panthers. I don't want to be rude, but they've just lost their way in that set. 5 minutes to go before half-time, an attacking opportunity. They've gone nowhere. McNamara's fallen over. It's like comedy capers. Coach Roy Simmons, whilst he'd be happy with the scoreline, would be disappointed. They could have put more pressure on this Parramatta side.
You'd have to say they've come out flat after such a great performance last week against the Broncos, but that can sometimes do that to you. You put in such an effort the week before, you come out expecting things just to fall into place. Hasn't been the case for them so far tonight.
Ryan did well to get the pass back inside. Here's Larson now, trying to take on the defensive line and showing plenty of determination, which has always been one of his great characteristics. Penalty for inside the 10. Just as Hindmarsh was preparing to take it up. Moran will shoot for touch. So Parramatta, in this crucial period, just 4 minutes out from half-time, have a great opportunity to come up with a 4-pointer and perhaps convert it. Oh, Larson overrunning the pass from Moran. Look at him. Gets down low, burrows his way upfield. They're 5 out. Lestrange. Now to Kelly. Inside ball to Villa. Hard and straight. 3 Panthers defenders there to stop him. He's only a few blades of grass out. Now Lestrange has a go from dummy half. Crowd getting behind the local side. To the right from Kelly. This time Dimmick. Carter raced up but couldn't affect the tackle. Now Hodgson. the fullback. Across field, they're letting him run, and wrapped up by Johnny Cross. That's tackle 5. Moran looking for it on the left. He's got it now. Dummies. Turned it back on the inside to Kelly. They keep it alive. Taken by Carter. Chance now for the Parramatta side through Hodgson. Very, very close to scoring.
They need to go right, the Parramatta side.
They're under the hammer now, this Parramatta side.
Kelly looking for the short pass to Moran. He's going to plant the ball down. Jad Watt will go to the video. A question mark on that pass, I can tell you. It looked forward to me.
We know this is a case where the angle we're at here in the camera, it's not going to give him a great deal of help. It's very hard to determine when the ball goes forward on this angle.
Yeah, my initial instinct was the fact that I felt it was slightly forward. But 2 sets of 6 on the trot. Panthers weren't able to cope. Let's have a look at it here. Go to the left. Watch Moran on the inside. There it is there. And that is forward.
I thought so at the time. Another look. Kelly, who's done very well tonight, offloading some great passes.
Yeah.
That's a metre forward.
It's forward.
And the Panthers, I can tell you as you look at that replay again, are walking. They are out on their feet.
I wouldn't agree with a metre forward. I tell you what, it's just slightly forward.
Depends what angle you look at.
So unfortunately for Parramatta, they will be denied a crucial try just before the half-time break.
2.5 minutes out from the break.
No try.
It's no try. So Chris Ward has been asked to make some big calls tonight. There's no doubt that pass was forward.
And you can see young Moran shaking his head. He thought 100% it was a try.
And let me tell you, the half-time break can't come quickly enough for the Panthers. As we have another look at it. They are absolutely out on their feet, the visitors. Would you agree, Sean? I mean, they've obviously played themselves to an absolute standstill last week.
Well, you're right, and you'd have to say that their try did come against a run of play, and they'd be very happy to go into half-time, 6 points all.
Let go, Dennis.
David Woods to play it.
This is an important set of 6 for the Panthers. They're stuck in their own end. They really need to advance the ball. Stuff like this from Geyer. It's a good run. Play that ball quickly.
Good run and an equally good tackle by Wade Lestrange in jumper 19. A beauty. Adamson.
Another good run.
Yeah, works his way upfield. Gains 9 metres. He'll play at 7 on the Panthers side of halfway. Getting some quality roll on here.
That's the roll on they had last week when they beat the Broncos.
Rodwell. Hodgson comes across. Only about 90 seconds before the break. 6 points all at Parramatta Stadium in front of what has turned out to be a pretty good crowd. They came late. Here's Schifowski. Larson. I think Roy Simmons will be happy to get his troops in the shed at half-time and
he'll be happy
to regroup.
He'll be happy in the sense that they have made a lot of errors and they could be behind the scoreboard a lot more than six points apiece. So, hello.
Parramatta coughing it up cheaply. A mistake by Wade Lestrange is going to give the Panthers a terrific attacking opportunity. 45 seconds before half-time. We thought this would be a tight tussle tonight. The local derby, they're calling it. The scoreline certainly indicates that.
Another 2 plays.
Chris Levy now on in jumper 16. MG wanted to work the run around, decided to keep it. Elford back to John Cross, who had a big look, wasn't watching the ball. And the Eels come up with it through Stuart Kelly. Goodness me.
I'm sure both coaches would love to get their players into their dressing rooms, talk about some of the positive things that have happened in this game, reinforce the fact that they've got to control the football.
Larson to Dimmick. Had a good game tonight, Jim Dimmick. As we hear the siren in the background, Daniel Wagon tries to create some space for Luke Burt, who was felled by Robbie Beckett on the far side of the field.
Held!
Now Mark Geyer wrestling the ball carrier to the ground. So there it is at half-time at Parramatta Stadium. 6 all at half-time. So now the Panthers to defend southern end of this stadium. Underway in the second half. Ball fielded by Carter. And got it away.
This is an important win for both these sides. The Panthers are pretty well placed on 10 competition points. The Eels on 7 competition points would love to get 2 points today.
Jody Gall, who's had a good game tonight, receiving the late call-up to start the match after Craig Greenhill withdrew through injury for the Panthers. If you may have just joined us, Dean Schifoletti also withdrawing from the match. Parramatta captain and hooker, replaced by Wade Lestrange. Now back to Hopkins at dummy half. Way to Rodwell, who kicks back to the left. Right in between Hodgson and Luke Burt. The fullback picks it up a metre in front of his own line, and well tackled by Steve Carter.
That's the type of leadership you want. Do as I do, not as I say. Carter, chase there. Lovely tackle there. Leading the way for his side.
Well, it was a much better set of 6, wasn't it? They played the ball much quicker, got to a great kick. Now they occupy some good field position.
Stu Kelly, excellent first half, caused plenty of damage out wide. Popping some terrific passes.
Oh, hang on, then the ball just went loose then.
I saw it. Referee Jack Watch said play on. Villa across the field. Dimmick again trying to stand in tackles to offload. Oh, gee. Messi played the ball here. Moran, who's played most of this game. Ben Custo, who scored the opening try of the match for the Parramatta side, injured his ankle and was assisted from the field. So Moran's been playing much of this match at halfback.
I think the Panthers need to really make sure and try and focus on trying to give Girdler and Beckett a bit more ball. In the first half, I think Girdler touched the ball probably once or twice.
Here's Carter, dummy, almost through. Gee, sorry to cut you off, Mario. I thought the Panthers skipper was going to pin his ears back. Now from Gall across to Pulatua, running hard and straight, centre of the park. 25 metres out. On the last tackle, Rodwell. Low grubbing kick with Hodgson. Doing good work at the back for the Eels. And we'd now like to welcome to our telecast Nathan Kalis, who's on the sideline. And it's a match you'd like to be playing, and Nathan will come down to you in a moment. Meantime, Growth's away. He's over the 50, the 40. He's going to go all the way, the big fella. He stumbles, keeps going. They're coming at him, but he gets there. What a try.
What a try
by Growth. And the blue and gold army has gone up here.
Well, he looked like he was going to score, then they looked like he was going to catch him. They ankle tapped him. Oh, how many times has his father run down that exact same touchline?
75 metres, the big fella has scored a wonderful try. Make that 90 metres.
Straight from dummy half, he just kept swatting them off like they were flies. I thought at this point the ankle tap would probably bring him down. Hicks dives and strives to stop him, and Growth in a try that's going to certainly turn the match. Poor dummy half defence there. Growth is pushing them off, and look at him go. This kid can run. A player of the future, and he stumbles.
That will bring the crowds back.
Well,
great try.
Not only is he big and strong, we knew that, but he's got genuine pace as well, and balance. He was entitled to fall over there after that ankle tap. Hicks dives at him again, and still great work to get the ball over the line. A fantastic individual try.
And that was evidence there. He pushed off a number of tackles.
Luke Burt, 1 from 2 tonight. He strikes it from wide out. He was on the eastern touchline almost. It's waved away. 10 points to 6 in favour of the Eels at Parramatta Stadium. 45 minutes of this match gone. Now let's say good evening to Nathan Kalis, who's waiting patiently on the sideline. You must have enjoyed that, Nathan.
Yeah, that was a great try. Eric's been playing really well for us the last few weeks, and it's been a great game tonight.
Nathan, you seem to dominate play early in the first 10 or 15 minutes, and it looked like you were going to pretty much build up a good lead, but then we saw Panthers capitalise on a couple of your errors in that first half.
Yeah, Brian spoke about that at half-time. He just said we've got to be patient, play a bit more controlled, and if we score the first try, you know, it should come for us, but we just have to stay patient.
Yeah, Nathan, we saw you having some great success out here on the left-hand side. Stuart Kelly's been popping some terrific balls. Was that something you went into the game concentrating on?
Yeah, we worked on getting to the Panthers' edges. We just didn't want to go up the middle. Their forward pack's pretty big and strong. So been working on hitting their edges a bit more.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Chances Girdler picks up the ball for the Panthers. He's away. Hodgson coming at him. Girdler's got support on the inside. He's over. Great try by Ryan Girdler. We've seen 2 miracle tries in the space of 2 minutes here at Parramatta Stadium, and Maxine Jadwat confirms it. I've got to take a Panadol.
Well, if you can do it, I can do better, says Girdler. We saw growth. He swatted a few of them off and got over the line. Now it was a lovely passage of play there. Bang, the ball rebounds, Girdler, and he's a bloke that's blessed with pace. Swats one off there, still got a lot of work to do. Hodgson desperately tries to stop him. Girdler strains and gets over in the corner. Touche.
Well, here we go, and it's good to see they capitalise on an error. Picks it up here, Ryan Girdler. Had a lot of work to do. Had Wozniak come across, brushed him off, and then Brett Hodgson had a lot of time. You thought he was going to stop him, but just too strong, Ryan Girdler.
2 terrific tries. Here's Girdler now from wide out. Has struck that poorly and hooks it away to the left. So the pressure off the Panthers momentarily. There's the scoreline. Top left-hand corner screen, 10-all. An exciting game of rugby league, which is stepping up even more so in the second half as Gall plays it. They come left with Ryan Girdler. He's a player that needs the ball in his hands as much as possible. One of the Panthers' major trump cards. Here's Hopkins. Tackled about 38 metres away from Parramatta's line. Rodwell running at the line, found John Cross. Cross has had an unhappy night tonight. Ball on the deck. Shifovsky coming back with it for the Eels.
Well, both sides have made a number of errors tonight. Both coaches will be disappointed with that. Just a regulation pass by Rodwell. There's a missed tackles there. Very interesting. Penrith 19 to Parramatta's 8.
Villa away to Smith, who also got the pass away. I wonder if Penrith or the Panthers will have the juice to maintain this tempo right to the end of the match. I wouldn't have thought so just before half-time, but they've started pretty well. Here's Demick again, causing all sorts of trouble. Ball back in field. It was towed through by Andrew Ryan. Demick had to let it go because he would have been pushing to touch for sure.
I'll tell you what, Demick tried to take young Sattler on, and Sattler was up to the mark. Sattler remarkably quick for a big man. Watch Sattler there, muscling up, and Jimmy tries to push the pass, and the ball goes astray.
What is working for Coach Brian Smith is running his bigger man out wider. We've got Nathan Hindmarsh on the left-hand side. He's got Jim Dimick and Wozniak on the right. They're making some good inroads. Ryan on that occasion also out there.
Rodwell, the dummy half, pass away to Matt Adamson, who's rolled his sleeves up tonight too. The giant number 15 for the Penrith side. McNamara, 5 metres on his own side of halfway, will play it. 10 points all at Parramatta Stadium from Rodwell. Scott Sattler on the open side. Now Jorgensen chiming in. Well anticipated though. Custo and Dimick combined to drop him on the deck. Girdler, the short side.
This game is desperate for someone to grab it by the throat with a bit of individual ability like this man Girdler on the last tackle.
Kick for Clinton Shifovsky. Plenty of time, no real pressure there for him. Invariably beats the first tackle, but not on that occasion. Chris Levy, the defender. Now Daniel Wagenfeld by Girdler. Here's Luke Burt. Girdler makes his second consecutive tackle. Crowd here wanting a penalty for inside the 10. Gary Larson steaming onto it. Tackled just outside his own 30. Moran away to Ben Custo. A kick which is going to occupy plenty of Jorgensen's time. Jason Smith leading the chasers.
This is where it turns into a game of patience. Both sides, toing and throwing. It's all about completing your set now. Lovely run there.
Levy in 16. Still on their own side of halfway. Here's Mark Geyer. Gary Larson. It was veteran on veteran. There's the defence. Remarkable. Hindmarsh, 28 tackles already. And Lestrange has been busy too. It's tackle 5. It's back to Rodwell. straight into the waiting arms of Luke Bird. His kicks haven't been really finding the mark tonight.
No, nothing kicked that one. Would have liked to at least see it find some open space where they could put some pressure on the Parramatta player collecting it.
And there in the background is young Rodwell, who is in a bad way. And that would really impact on Penrith's chances. Rodwell, one of the great organisers in this side, and he looks like he's in big trouble.
He certainly is. The trainer signalling to the bench. Matthew Rodwell, he's about 10 metres to the right of the shot you're currently looking at. The referee may stop this. He's done so now.
He's holding his left ankle by the look of it, and it's a bloke like Rodwell's not a bloke who's going to lay down. He's in a fair bit of pain there. Well, he's obviously been charged down. Oh, he's just gone over on his ankle. But what that does, that hurts them. Because that takes a certain bit of class out of them.
And experience.
Yes, he's the major thrust of the kicking game in general play too. And he is in big trouble, Matthew Rodwell, as he now leaves the ground. Here's Dimmick. Drives the kick towards the corner, but Jorgensen anticipated that nicely. A wall of blue and gold jerseys waiting by to greet him. Elford, who set up the try scored by Chris Hicks late in the first half. Beckett hasn't really seen space tonight. Met by Gary Larson. Mark Geyer. All tied up, 10-all. Jody Gould to get up and play it. Larson, as always, doing heaps of work in defence for the Parramatta side. Schifofsky will now come back with some work to do of his own.
That's a wonderful chase by the Panthers. Mark Geyer and Sattler led the way, desperately trying to lift their teammates, although that won't help them. A penalty for holding down, says referee Jad Watt.
They take the pressure straight off Parramatta.
I was about to say it was a much safer set of 6 from the Penrith side. Elected to run from dummy half or one off the ruck, just concentrating on the quick play of the ball to try and get some good field position, and then to give it away with a penalty like that on the first tackle.
Yeah, it was the last push by Geyer that got the referee's ire. So now we see Parramatta moving it wide.
Gary Larson, centre of the field, 7 metres on the Parramatta side of halfway. Vella running hard and straight. He's been good tonight. The big number 10 would have representative matches at the top of his mind.
Well, that's another critical error. Push
Geyer.
pass.
Ball away to Ryan Girdler. Tackled a metre on the ill side of halfway across the park. Guy up.
Oh, beautifully picked up. That was Gall.
The run around from the Panthers. Back to Levy. Playing in jumper 16. Scott Sattler moves into dummy half. They elect to go the short side with Tour, I think it is. It was. Now Girdler.
It looked like a
Adamson.
Looked like a play gone wrong there. Last tackle. Oh, this is a bonus.
Well,
what will they do here?
Right in front, the Panthers get the penalty.
Oh, Ryan Girdler. You can see him pointing to the post. Right in front. Should be a formality. There's Adamson there.
Oh,
He
he's lost it cold. Lost it absolutely cold because it came out so hard.
The point is, that's why the rule needs to be looked at, because it places pressure on the referee.
To break the deadlock here at Parramatta Stadium.
Really think we need to look at that.
Look, in combination with that, we've got to look at the surface of the balls. I'll say it again, it's a little slippery out there. I say it every week, but first-grade players don't just drop the ball like that.
So Girdler from right in front will raise the flags. And let me tell you, there's plenty of Panthers fans here tonight at the northern end of the ground. 6 minutes, 13 seconds remaining, 12-10 to the Panthers in what has been a great game, particularly the second half.
We're in the 15th round of a title fight here, and the Panthers are desperately trying to hold on.
Dimmick, short pass for Daniel Wagon. He couldn't handle it. Panthers get off the hook. Robbie Beckett works it upfield.
Well, Jim Dimmick, he put Daniel Wagon under enormous pressure there with that pass. It was already almost tackled Daniel Wagon, and there was really no chance of taking the football.
Now it's Elford. There's 7 on their own side of halfway. They'll be looking to build a solid set with a good kick on the end of it, and they get a penalty to help them with their cause.
Now, if they play their cards right, the Panthers, we've got about 5.5 minutes to go. Good field position. They should, if they're smart enough, come away with a very, very important 2 competition points. There's the penalty there. Although it looked innocuous to me, I thought the Panthers player dropped that ball cold. But anyway, it's another argument.
Look for the Penrith side here to go for the restart towards the end of the tackle count. They could nearly see him win that football game.
They'd love a repeat set of 6 here if they can roll a good kick in on the end of this set.
This is the most important set of 6 in this half.
Jody Gall, met by Moran and Hindmarsh. 25 out from the Eels line. Inside 5 minutes now. Rodwell to get up and play it for the Panthers. Will this be victory number 6 for the Penrith side? That was Jorgensen playing it before, I'm sorry. Rodwell at first receiver. Now it's Cross to play it. McNamara.
Fortunately for the Panthers, they're at the right end of the field. Will they go for field goal?
On tackle 5, Rodwell will grubber it in. That's a good kick. If they can trap them, they'll get a repeat 6. It would seem inevitable, wouldn't it? Shafovsky doing everything he can. Oh, it's almost like touch football. Will someone put him on the ground?
We've got to hand it to Clinton Shafovsky. He was faced with a wall of Penrith defence.
Must have had redbacks on him.
But he didn't give in, did he?
So they get the perfect result, the repeat set. No, they don't, because Moran comes up with the football after the short kick-off. As you look at the replay, the Eels are in possession.
Moran tested his arm, tried his luck, and came up trumps. Kelly through the middle on the Smith.
All away! It's Andrew Ryan, the big fella striding outfield. He's still going. Got the pass back to Jason Smith. Now to Eric Grove. They're going to win the match, Parramatta. With 3.5 minutes to go. Grove has scored the match winner. What a great rugby league try. And that's the 3rd one we've seen tonight, which you've got to put in the book of gems.
And that's why rugby league's the greatest game of all. Because no sooner you think one team's going to win, it turns right around on you. Grove plunges over for the match-winning try. It seemed like the Panthers were home, but then fate turns the other way. Here it is here. Desperation for the Parramatta Eels. Smith throws the dummy inside to Kelly. The offload, they're just scrambling the Eels. Desperate. Ryan pushes off one. Oh, and another one. Jorgensen's gone. And then Grove. Smith on to Grove, and that's the bloke you want to run the ball for you. He can run, boy. And he says, thank you very much. 2 competition points.
Oh, how good was that?
Well, how good a play was it from Dennis Moran? Tested his arm here, come up with the ball, and that led to the try. Here we are, Stu Kelly. I don't think he's been tackled with the ball all night. Offloaded Jason Smith and Andrew Ryan. What a great run from him. Gets rid of Peter Jorgensen, and then he's got the support there. Hands it off here to get to Jason Smith, and he sees Eric Growth on the outside. Why not give it to him? We've seen how he can run already tonight, and he did what needed to be done and put it down over the football, over the touch line.
It had all the ingredients. It's lived up to it. Burt has that waved away. 14 points to 12. Well, there's about 90 seconds remaining.
I was about to say the Panthers were going to back up another good win here at Parramatta Stadium after their historic victory over the Brisbane Broncos. But the Parramatta Eels, as I said before, very hard to beat at home.
Now,
short kick.
The Panthers go for the short kick. Maybe come up with a result. No. Dimmick gets it on the fly. Sean, it's been one heck of a game, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been a game of 2 halves, hasn't it? At half-time, we said that the first half really wasn't much of a game, but, geez, the second half, they've come out all pumped up, and it's been a thriller.
You wish you were playing a game, mate.
I tell you what, Roy Simmons, and look, they've been valiant, the Panthers, and it's just one of those days where one break, one try costs you the game. Vella, who's been pretty good all night, Vella, for the Parramatta side.
There's been many stars, none better than that man with the ball now. Dennis Moran, jumper 14, has had a blinder for the Eels. Has been everywhere in defence and attack.
Well, gee, they've got some good depth, haven't they, in the dummy half region? Dean Schifferletti, we knew was injured, but they've got himself, Moran.
Oh, that was touched. Was that touched by Hicks?
No. Referee says one last chance for the Panthers. 30 seconds to go before full time. Can they make a miracle?
Yeah, they're looking for one. Ball fires out wide to Elford. Well, probably the biggest hope they have right now is the man in the number 3 jumper, Ryan Girdler, who's nowhere near the football at the moment. From Rodwell, it goes out to John Cross. Now on the far side, the Panthers with Chris Levy. Well, they're 40 metres out.
They're not going to let go of this.
They need a miracle, and they need it now as it comes to Scott Sattler. The full-time siren has sounded. Girdler puts the ball in the air, chances his arm. Hodgson comes up with it. Listen to the fans here at Parramatta Stadium. They have gone berserk. What a match.
Well, why wouldn't they, Tappy? They looked like they were gone with 5 to go. And then in the blink of an eye, the game turns.
A magnificent finish. Sean Garlick summed it up very well. A game of contrasting halves, plenty of mistakes in the first half, particularly by the Panthers. Thank you for joining us tonight at Parramatta Stadium. Hope you've enjoyed our pitches.